Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Blind Run. You may know me from another YouTube channel called Son of a Tech. I don't know. Lately, we've been on Twitch under Blind Run. How do you like my my tan lines? Mama said to do this because I look like a bad boy. I don't know. So I had an interesting idea. Interesting idea. I figured out pretty much the YouTube game, right? It's just, and I had a lot of fun figuring it out, you know, finding a niche, using the right keywords, getting a good thumbnail, creating a video, building a following over there. And I had a lot of fun doing that. And then I've been doing Twitch for like 7 years now, but I've never seen any significant growth. And I was like, I wonder if we try to not necessarily game the system, but to try to figure out, you know, what works. And so luckily Twitch has recently released some pretty cool stuff with their stream summary, analytics, channel analytics, etc. We're gonna go over those, and we're gonna take a look at what mine are right now, and then we're gonna run an experiment with a website that I discovered probably a few months ago at this point, called Twitch Strike. And we're gonna use that in conjunction with the tools that Twitch gave us and see if we can increase not necessarily the overall viewership, right? Because the overall viewership is going to be super dependent on, you know, my personality, you know, how good I am at the game that I'm playing, what value proposition there is, etc. But what we're looking for is kind of similar to YouTube, right? So in YouTube, like I said, the things we figured out was like thumbnails, finding a niche, using the proper keywords to increase click-throughs. And then once you get the click-throughs, then you would go ahead and provide the content. Today, what we're going to be doing is basically doing not today, but for the next few weeks, we're going to be doing an experiment to see if we can use these tools that Twitch has provided us along with the tools of Twitch Strike. And we're going to see if we can not necessarily, and speaking of, we're about to break the fourth wall, not necessarily like grow the audience, but if we can figure out how to show people how to reach out to more people, right? And there we go. Fourth wall broken. What's up, Big Daddy? Welcome to the stream. So we're going to go ahead and pop over to game. And you'll see where I'm on my Twitch dashboard right now. And we are going to actually go ahead and turn the overlay off for now, because we're not playing Destiny. So there we go. And then what we're going to be taking a look at is we are going to be taking a look at the channel analytics. I'm not really that big on, like, you guys not knowing my or whatever the revenue is. Ignore it. It's not important in this case either anyways. But what we're going to be looking for is more of the overall analytics. And specifically, I think we wanted to look at stream summary. So if we take a look at stream summary, what we're wanting to look for is live views, or actually technically unique viewers right here. So this is the number we want to get up per stream, right? So we had like an 8-hour stream, and so obviously our unique viewers went up. So we're going to have to do this a little bit. It's going to be a little difficult to go through the analytics, and hopefully with y'all's help, we'll figure out how to go through this in a reasonable manner. But we're looking at getting the unique viewers, so our overall visitors, to increase with the tools that have been provided to us. Some really cool things under channel analytics that you want to take a look at is if you scroll down here, the big things are going to be, if you're looking at making sure you support the people that support you, definitely check out which channels you have viewers in common with. I use this a lot to make sure that I head on over to those channels. So Huge shout out to Nerd Vengeance, Vinny, Ninja Kitten 89, Exo Fury, and What Up Maddie. This is a way that I can go ahead and thank these people, right? We're going to scroll down and just go thank those people. And then we can also, like, let's say we click on over to Nerd Vengeance. We can do a little bit more research on him, right? So we can pop into here and see what he's been playing, right? So he's been playing a lot of PUBG and a lot of Destiny. So we know that he's a PUBG and Destiny player, so most likely his viewers are going to be interested in PUBG and Destiny, so we might want to consider those games. However, those games are kind of oversaturated, right? The next one that's really interesting that I really like is this: what categories do my viewers like to watch? And in here you guys can see basically what percentage of your viewers, in the past 30 days, keep that in mind, or sorry, past 7 days, in the past 7 days that your viewers have been interested in. Now, I've been pretty much primarily only streaming Destiny 2, so it goes without mentioning that the most popular game for my viewers is going to be Destiny 2 at this point. Now, that what really starts to get interesting is as you go down the list. Now, Fortnite, for everyone, pretty much at this point, is going to be on the list somewhere, is what I've come to find. Some of the games that might not be, though, which are interesting, right, for us, is like Sea of Thieves and Escape from Tarkov. So we can see that we have a little bit of, if we're getting bored with Destiny, we could maybe bump to Sea of Thieves or bump to Escape from Tarkov and play those games. And then you can also take a look at your top clips, which ones. And also what I also like to see here is who clipped it. And then I like to think of it. So Master Wolves is somebody that I play Destiny with, and is actually streams with Nerd Vengeance as well. So I know my community is pretty much kind of that right now, that Nerd Vengeance and Master Wolves community. I can go talk to them. And, of course, Boom the Booms, who actually just hosted us. So super shout out to you for hosting us right there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that's kind of what the tools Twitch has provided for us. Now, what I found recently was this website called twitchstrike.com. Now, what's unique about twitchstrike.com is it goes through and it basically tries to give you the best idea of what game you should be streaming, right? And so if you come over to twitchstrike.com, if you click over on guides, you can do what to stream, what not to stream, and when to stream on Twitch. Don't get too over analytic about it. I don't even know if this works yet. However, what I'm thinking of doing now for the next month or so is running through this and seeing how it works with the bump in, like I said, unique viewers. So what we're trying to do is pull more people in, more eyeballs. Now, we might not get along with them. They might not fit into our community. That's fine. What we're trying to figure out, though, overall is this a reasonable tool to use in conjunction with your Twitch analytics page to go ahead and determine what the best game for you might be. Of course, you're going to need to enjoy that game, etc. And if that helps you pull in some more unique viewers. So we're going to be basically coming to this website every day. We're going to click down on guides and we're going to click what to stream. Now, their API pulls are only once every hour. And to give you guys an idea, basically Twitch has an API that you can take calls from. So they're calling, they're putting out an API call to Twitch and saying what games are out every hour, how many viewers are in that category of games, and then how many channels are live with that specific title. And unfortunately, it is only once every hour, so we can only really go off of what happened when it ticked over on the last hour, which is about 40 minutes ago. You need to look at how to use tags. Tags are pretty easy. I can show you that. So if you go to your dashboard and we click live, down here you have your tags. Unfortunately, like I said, they're not like I said. What I should mention is that unfortunately they are all predetermined and they're not very searchable, so that I haven't noticed too much of a help here. But you can just add tags in, start to type in, a word and see if that tag comes up for you. DreamHack is there. That's cool. Let's see if PAX is there. PAX is there. I'll be at PAX next week, so we'll just add that tag so people know. Another thing that I like to use a lot is the auto host. So like I could add you, which I probably should have a while ago. So you're added to my auto hosts now. And I can see who else, auto host me and add them back. I know that Zim doesn't stream. Cybershark, a lot of these guys don't actually stream much. I know Tech Therapy does though, so we'll go ahead and add them to the auto hosts, and we can see who hosts us or whatever. This is like who's hosting you now and who auto hosts. I think I'm not really too clear on that. I will learn that a little bit more later. So anyways, this is what we're going to do. Now today, I did notice at one point earlier today, around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock when it reticked over, it said that Bastion was the best game to stream. So I was like, okay, well, let's pop over to Twitch. So I just went to Twitch, and then I did a search for Bastion, and I clicked on it, and there were only two channels live and less than 18 viewers, and it was like 10. So it wasn't accurate. These numbers weren't accurate. So the next step to this is, yes, we can use this site, but we need to use it in conjunction with Twitch to make the most, we need to make the most educated decision that we can, right? So we're going to start at the very top, the things that we're looking at. And Boom the Booms, how do you auto host? You always have to select it. So once again, if you go to live dashboard, and then you come over to your host page, so you're on your live dashboard, you should be able to go to, is it manage? Glad they protect all your stream key. That could have sucked. Would have had to regenerate that. No. I always click this add to auto host. So I'll go host them and then I'll add them to auto host. But that's a good question. I'll get the answer for you later. I wasn't really prepared enough for it, I suppose. There. So anyways, let's get back on topic. So Soma. Let's go ahead and go over to Twitch and search Soma. Now, I've played Soma before, but it is correct. So the thing I wanted to make sure that are relatively accurate is going to be the amount of channels and the amount of views. So if we go over to Soma, we can go ahead and take a look and see that, yeah, they are around, 3,000-4,000 views, and it's not very populated. So the next number that's really interesting is the ratio. So what it does, is it takes and it just refreshed. Interesting. So it takes the amount of channels and divides them by the views to then come up with the ratio. So it just ticked over for the hour, if you noticed. And it bumped up Raft to the top with a ratio of 118, 15 channels live, and 1,771 viewers. So if we come over here, let's go ahead and search Raft. Let's take a look and make sure it's accurate. Yes, there's about 1,500 viewers and not that many channels live. So, for example, if we went live like right now, which actually works out perfect because we're a low volume streamer. So we have 6 viewers. So if somebody's coming to watch Raft and they're just looking to watch somebody new play Raft, right? So they pop in and they're browsing by category. This guy's going to come up first, and subsequently they fall further and further down, and then right here is where we would fall. So we'd be within the first 2 lines, which makes sense, and we could see if that would actually push more and more people to go ahead and give us a watch. Now, I don't own Raft, but for fun, let's do a little research on it and see how much it costs or something like that. Raft is $19.99. So it's mostly positive. Let's So Raft throws you and your friends into an epic oceanic adventure. There you go. Adventure. Alone or together, players battle to survive. So it's a survival game, and you're going to be gathering supplies, etc. It's Minecrafty. Interesting game. Interesting game. So that's the top one that we could take a look at, and then there's Soma. And I really don't want, I want to avoid spending a lot of money. So for our experiments, I am going to be probably just going with games I already have or own. And I believe that for Soma, we do own it. So I'm going to go ahead and install it. And then we're going to go through the process of playing Soma, coming up with the stream title, and going from there. Now, the last time I played it, let's take a look. It says today, but that's not true because we just did it. I wish it told me. I shouldn't have clicked install. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Okay. So I am super interested in Raft, but like I said, I don't know if I want to spend $20. So we're going to go with a game we already have that also has a pretty good ratio. It's a ratio of 105. Things we'll be avoiding in this series are things like slots, just chatting, ASMR, the more general stuff, food and drink. So we're going to be looking specifically for games. So if we open this up and slots was number 1, we're going to ignore it. It's number 2 right now, so we're going to ignore it. We're going to bump down to Soma and just go through that process. Now this bar that you see here is like percent of viewers, amount of viewers the top 5% own. So this one gets a little skewed too, and that's why you need to come in here and take a look. As you can see, unfortunately, like the top 5% is going to be more than just this guy. So it's not, this bar is kind of irrelevant to a certain extent. That makes sense. But interesting nonetheless, right? Of how this website works. And like I said, this website and what we're doing right now is going to all be testing. So I do want to make it clear that we do not know that this website works. We do not know if it has any benefit at all to us or to you as a streamer. But we're going to experiment with it. And that's going to be the experiment that we run. I think it'll be a fun one.